Richard.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna show you my favorite one though. Alright. Okay. I gotta get to the video. I gotta get to the video. Alright. Okay. Yo, what's poppin', my dudes? What's up, y'all? We're here to talk about this whole Will Smith, Chris Rock thing that happened at the Oscars. I just want to go ahead and kind of break this down real quick. I've been looking on Twitter, seeing a lot of people, you know, kind of chime in on it and stuff like that, you know, and, you know, I just wanted to go ahead and talk about it. This shit, yeah, definitely caught me off guard when I was watching. I was just like, what? Did that really just happen? But, you know, guys, I've always been a Will Smith fan. You know what I'm saying? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, even his music and stuff like that. I've always been a fan of his. And it's funny because, like, I seen King Richard earlier in the year, and I even said, I remember I was talking to my mom like earlier yesterday, and I was like, I hope he wins, because that movie was fantastic, and that role was fantastic. Like, he killed that role. You know what I mean? I hope he wins the Oscar. And, you know, as watching it, you know, he wins the Oscar. So, you know, that was cool. So congrats to Will for winning that, man. That was a great role. It was a great movie, and it was definitely well deserving. Now let's get into this altercation, this thing that happened here. Now, don't get me wrong. I know I'm kind of laughing because from the outside, not being a part of that and being kind of into comedy myself in a way, you know, like to me it's funny. Like it's funny as shit. Like it's like, just, you know, just watching it, like seeing it happen is shocking, but like it's hilarious that this even happened. You know? But I'm gonna be real with how I feel and saw everything, though, at the same time, you know. Okay, Chris Rock gets up there, and you know, he hosted the Oscars before, I believe in 2016, right? And I believe he had a joke about Jada and Will previously that year, but it was a harmless joke. You know what I mean? It's a joke. It's whatever. It's nothing to be offended about. I believe Jada was like boycotting the Oscars because I think Will's he didn't get nominated for his role in that one movie. I forgot, it was like a football movie where he was like a doctor. I forgot exactly what it was called, but that was a really good movie too. And he joked something about Will Smith getting a certain amount of money for Wild Wild West or something like that. But like I said, harmless jokes, nothing serious. And then, you know, he gets up there this year and he makes a joke about, you know, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett. And pay attention to how he says the joke, okay? I do want to make this clear because he says, first, he doesn't just say it, he says, Jada, I love you. Now, typically, when you're going to say anything to anybody that begins like that, you know, a joke or being real with somebody, is to show them that, look, like, we're good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing this to be malicious. You know what I'm saying? Look, I love you. You know what I mean? Like, or if you're talking to your boy, like, yo, you my boy, you know, but yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand, just from that perspective, I don't understand why he's so personally, but so affected by it. But at the same time, you know, let me dig into this. He says, Jada, I love you. He says, AnimeCenTruL, can't wait to see it. And everybody starts laughing, you know, including Will Smith. All right. Now, he's openly laughing. You can see it happening. The joke gets told, and he's laughing at it. Now, Jada, she kind of laughs. She's like, ah, but then you can clearly see her expression change to displeasure, right? And then Will is still laughing, but he's not looking at Jada. Now the camera transitions back to Chris, to Chris Rock, and then he's talking and stuff. And while he's talking, in between that time, Will definitely looked at Jada and saw that she was upset, which caused him to come up stage. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done that shit. He wouldn't have done that shit. You know what I mean? And the thing is, he goes up there, slaps the shit out of him, just like Chris Rock said. He's like, I just got slapped the shit out of him. And the thing is that, like, there's nothing wrong. People have to understand, and I think everybody can agree with this. There's nothing wrong with standing up for your loved one, standing up for your wife. You know what I mean? But there's a right and wrong way to do it, and there's a right time and place to do it. This was the wrong way to do it. It was the wrong place and time to do it. Period. You know what I mean? It's like if it's off camera, off national TV, yes, there's times when you should check somebody, say, hey, yo, that's not cool, yada, yada, you know, whatever. But this was just not the right time to go about the way that he wanted to check him. He could have caught him backstage and slapped his ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But he did not need to do it right then, the way that he did it. You know what I mean? And then after he does it, he sits back down. I mean, and this all kind of goes together because he sits back down and then he's like, and he yells it twice. He's like, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Like I said, he's not handling the situation correctly. You know what I mean? He's just not doing it right. Now, there was, in his acceptance speech, he let it be known that he got, a quote from Denzel, and Denzel's that dude. Denzel Wiseman, yo, like, I love me some Denzel, yo. Everybody loves some Denzel, yo. And the quote was, "At your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you." Chris could be seen as this sort of devil, but, you know, they don't mean an actual devil. They mean like temptations, you know, and stuff like that, you know. And the thing is that Will gave into that. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing about it is that he didn't heed the advice he just got. I'm not sure if he realized that or not, because he's saying that he just told him that, but yet this happens, and look what he does. I mean, I mean, you see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? Like, at your highest moment, the devil will come for you, meaning that, like, hey, like, this is your highest achievement. You are about to win an Oscar. You know what I mean? I mean, for an actor, I mean, who doesn't want to win an Oscar? That's a dream right there. And then this happens, and then you do this on stage, and then you want to claim that, oh, it's for love and protect, like, bro, like, that wasn't the right move at that time. You literally got tempted and you fucked up. You know what I mean? And because of that, it might and probably will affect him in a very negative way. It already is, because if you look online, you see everything everywhere about it. Like, people aren't even talking about him winning, really. Him winning is some shit on the side. People are talking about the reactions of the other nominees and people in there, and they're talking about the fucking slap and shit. Like his whole Oscar ceremony and even the entire night is tainted because he was tempted. You know what I mean? Because the devil came for his ass. And he literally said that he just got told, whoa. But like I said, to me, I don't know, it's like he didn't heed the warning. It's like he heard it. I don't know. It's weird. But just to go on from that, now I will say this: he wasn't clear on when he received that quote from Denzel, though. Did Denzel tell him that before the whole Chris Rock joke, Jada stare at him, kind of do something? Or did he tell them that after the altercation? I don't know. He had his acceptance speech, and the thing is, he knew he did wrong. He knew he did, and the thing is, like, it really hit him then as well, because he knew he did wrong. Because who the fuck apologizes for something that that they believe they didn't mess up with? You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's not like he didn't apologize to Chris Rock for smacking him because he felt like that's what he needed to do. So he could have did that later. But he apologized because of when and how he did it. So he himself knew he did wrong. He even said, maybe the Academy, please welcome me back. You know what I mean? Like, because he knew he fucked up. It's just wild. And, you know, like, he said certain things like, he wants to protect and love others, and the only thing you can think of is the slap. You know, the only thing you can really think of is the slap. And I do want to say this, that at the time of me watching it, I didn't know about Jada's issue with alopecia. I had no idea. And then I looked up alopecia, you know, and it's there's actually like several different like variations of it. You know, there's even a variation of it that like leaves scars under your skin. You know, and when it comes to females, they're very sensitive about their hair. You know, and in her situation, since she's a Hollywood figure, public figure and stuff, and you know, I mean, it's heightened even more. And you know, so I get it. Like, I got no problem with him sticking up for his wife. It's just how he handled it, you know. And on top of that, you know, in a part of his speech, he was like, you know, we had to come up here, act like it doesn't affect us, and fake smile. Well, I mean, that's I get that, you know. I mean, just me being here on YouTube, I receive a lot of crazy shit. I received death threats. I've received racist remarks. I've received like tons of this shit over the years. I've been up here doing this, like, you know, talking about me, like look, health, all that stuff, all types of crazy shit. So I get his sentiment. I get what he's saying. But in these situations, especially a situation like that, is where you have to have the most resilience. You know what I mean? You have to have the most control. Because in that atmosphere, in that setting, and then, you know, in that situation, you can't be tempted to do what you did. Regardless if you want to say that it's because of love or whatever, you got to control yourself. Because you can still get at him and correct the situation later. You know what I mean? You still get that done. It didn't have to be done right then, right there like that. You know? So I do want to put that out there. The reactions on Twitter that I've been seeing are like for Will and for against Will, but I find that the mass majority is honestly against this dude, you know, that I see. And, you know, like I can't say nothing about it. It is what it is. You know, he messed up in the situation. And I gotta say this too, to Chris Rock. He handled the situation like a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, like, this dude took it. He made a joke at it. It was like, wow, what's respect the shit out of me? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he kept the show rolling. He even gave another joke after that. It was like, that's the best night in television. You know? So, like, he handled it very well. And he kept the night rolling the best that he could. You know, so, hey, hats off to him. I gotta say that. And I do want to say this too. 'Cause I know some people might be talking about, like, whether Chris Rock's joke was in bad humor or not. See, here's the thing. I don't know if Chris Rock knew about Jada Pinkett's situation with her alopecia. I have no idea. You know what I mean? You can assume that he did, but there's no guarantee that he did. It's not every celebrity knows about everybody's situation like that. You know what I mean? And that just is what it is when it comes to that. And his joke wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? It wasn't bad. It's just that it's sensitive to her. Will's trying to, like he said, protect her and everything. You know, I've seen people up there on Twitter kind of saying, oh, Will's drinking that Jada Kool-Aid and all that stuff over the years because all this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. You know, and that's up to everybody's individual interpretation of that. But I do want to say this, and this has something to do with it as well. There was this Twitter post I seen. It said this was by discussing film. No, this is by Wait, Geez, Betch One, whatever. Walt Geezer, I'll say that. Said this man and his talking about Will Smith. This man and his wife have exposed the most intimate elements of their marriage to the world. They cannot stop talking about their private lives. Perhaps if they showed more respect for their marriage, others would respond in kind. And the thing is that that is true as well. They've been so open with it. They've been so, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, it's a very true statement. And I felt like I needed to go ahead and bring that up here as well, because that's a fact. You know, they've been very outward about everything that has happened with them. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you didn't have to. You didn't have to do all that, you know? And they're just so open with all these things that's happened between them, and it's just like, you know, hey, roll with the punches, right? Roll with the punches. But I didn't think Chris Rock's joke was bad. You know, I don't think his joke should have caused that to happen. You know, to me, I've been very open about this. Comedy is comedy. Comedians joke. Even throughout the night, people were getting joked. Throughout the Oscars, the nominees get joked. You know what I mean? And then this happens. Like, it should have never happened, honestly. Even if the joke, regardless the joke was said or not, it should have never happened. You know, to me, like, I understand that some subjects are sensitive, yada, 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 but you got to be able to take it. You got to be able to take it, and then if you are truthfully offended by it, like I said, there's a right time and a right place to deal with it. Not right then on that big of a stage where you can really do damage to yourself or other people. You know, it's not smart. It's not smart. You know what I mean? So I could see if it was like in any other setting, then all right, maybe, you know, whatever. But national TV, Oscars, biggest night of your life. Just saying. But now, at the end of all of this, man, just from the outside looking in, like I started off this video, I think it's fucking hilarious. I think this shit's funny as shit. Like, just watching it, it was so shocking. But seeing him get slapped and shit, and then the whole, keep a watch that out of your fucking mouth. And then, like, seeing Will up there talking about, I just want to give love and protect, and then all I can think about is him slapping fucking Chris Rock. It's like, what? It's like, hold on, what happened?